what do you see the future of relationship building as being different in years to come as what's happened in the past?
I've been battling with this, and I've been having a lot of conversations about this. I think we've talked about this as well, and I think we have to see how it plays out. In the last chapter of the afterword of Connected Leadership, this is one of the core things I focus on. I wrote the book during the first 2 weeks of lockdown, and I said, well, what have we learned in these 2 weeks, and how is this going to play out? And one of the key things that I said is that we are going to, so many people, now let's talk as in today rather than when I wrote it, so many people have become much more comfortable with using tools like Zoom and Skype and Teams and so forth. Not everyone, but many people have. However, a couple of key things come into play. Number one, we get Zoom fatigue. And a lot of people are just a bit sick and tired of it. It is tiring. It's tiring because of the level of concentration that's required compared to an ordinary conversation. It's tiring because you can't engage in the same way. Hopefully, throughout this conversation, it feels that I've been making direct eye contact with you. But to do that, I haven't been able to look at you once because I've had to look directly at the camera. If I look at you, which I'll do now, I probably look like I'm looking away, and that sort of breaks the rapport. So for me, that's exhausting because of the level of concentration that I have to put into that. So that's one thing that's at play. I think the other thing is that you can't build the same levels of rapport. You don't get the same nuances in conversation in virtual conversations as you do face to face. We both have international networks, and Zoom and similar are godsends to us because we can have conversations with people all over the world. And in those cases, it has to pretty much be built online, and that's fine. But I think that once we can get back to meeting people in person, we'll feel, even introverts will feel the loss of human connection. I've been feeling it. I loved the first few weeks because it was a respite, but I feel that loss of human connection, and I think we'll miss that. So I think we'll have more of a balanced approach. I think that we may move to more non-essential, more transactional meetings moving online, but relationship building to a large degree, the essential relationship building will still try and seek that time. If I take my own business into account, I live just outside London. I'm probably in London in typical times. It will vary depending on my travel, but in a normal week where I'm not traveling, maybe 2 to 3 days a week, I can see that dropping down to 2 or 3 times a month, potentially.
That much.
Me prioritizing more who I'm seeing in that time and moving more to Zoom. But I think it will be a mix.
Absolutely. And I've just developed a new suite of programs, which I'm going to have to train online. And it's all about how to become a successful online networker. So it's still back to skills, but we've got to do it this way.